Welcome back, boys and girls. This is episode 48, your Hump Day podcast, 8-bit Bourbon. The bourbon, it's poured.
I can't see mine.
The Red Bull
I got mine.
is popped.
I can't drink it through my fucking.
Thank you, makers.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, if you're watching online, you already know that we are in full Halloween costume.
Yeah,
If you're listening on the podcast, look out for our YouTube channel. We're going to start posting every single episode in video. But this week I am a ninja and Adam's Green Man.
Yes. And
so get some of that.
Adam's Green Man is not gonna last long because Adam can't see,
Yeah.
use his computer, or drink.
Yeah, the headphones on, I think, is the best part of this. I'm gonna have to take this mask down. Yeah, we're sacrificing the first 5-10 minutes of not
That
drinking.
seems a little steep.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
That,
Good enough.
I can't tell if my headphones are good. They're good.
All right, we got a bunch to talk about this week.
Well, I got some house cleaning for you.
Yeah,
Not
no,
house
I do
cleaning,
too.
But a little bullshit thing.
All right, go ahead.
First, I want to say, what was the name of that Xbox documentary? That or not? It wasn't. It was Microsoft Studios.
It's really weird talking to you like
I
this.
know, right? It was really
You
weird
can
when
see
we
your
when we
face.
were doing our test thing, and I wasn't looking at you, and you were playing back our recording.
Right. It
And
sounds like I'm talking.
I couldn't tell if you're talking because I couldn't see your fucking mouth.
I know.
But what was I gonna say?
The
Oh, do you remember the?
Are you talking
name?
about the one where they
Do you
dug up
remember
ET?
Yeah. Do you remember the name of that documentary?
Uh,
Did it have a name? Was it? Because
I,
on Netflix, I was going through their new arrivals, and they have this documentary called Video Games, the movie. And they actually do a lot about the ET stuff, but it's not as in depth as what the.
yeah, I don't think that was the name of it.
But I just wanted to talk about that quick. It's a pretty decent little documentary. I didn't watch all of it because I kind of fell asleep during it. But if you want to know about the history of video games and all that cool stuff, they have some decent interviews. And it's not bad. The production quality's fine. It has Samwise Gamgee. He's the
You better
narrator.
believe it.
So and it's not bad. What I thought was cool, the biggest part that I want to mention was that I never realized, because I never really had an Atari 2600,
Mm-hmm.
like how they just shoveled out like so much crap games, and how important the Nintendo Entertainment System really was to saving video games. Because you went like these Atari 2600 games, like they were the reason why everything crashed, because they were just pumping out as many games as they could as fast as they could, so people would just buy everything.
Right.
And then Nintendo came along and they changed like the way the games looked, the way the games played. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, they were so far ahead of everyone.
It was incredible. Like, we owe it everything to Nintendo.
Even
Like,
this day, when you're playing Mario 1 or 2 or 3, the physics in that game is so underrated, because it's not like you just say when you jump you go this speed. They have like those subtle accelerations and decelerations that make you stop, and like it just feels right. It was like one of the first games that felt, because like that's so huge. It's something that's so hard to describe in games, but so important, is the game just feels like Tony Hawk just feels right. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain. I feel like Nintendo was so far ahead of everyone in that.
like,
It was ridiculous.
Mario was just insane. Like, the documentary's fine. I've seen better, not like a better video game one. I've just seen better documentaries. It's put together fine, but that part was really interesting. It's like a 5-10 minute long part about like they show like the Atari games, what came like a year, 6 months before Nintendo dropped this fucking bomb on people.
Right.
It was unbelievable. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
I gotta
that is
take this
cool.
thing down. I can't keep doing this.
Okay. Yeah. Now, it was funny. We were talking today about kind of with the 1 year coming up, and we're super excited about that. The 1 year anniversary when we started. What week is it exactly? Do you remember?
I thought it was like December 16th.
Something like that. Yeah, I remember.
That might be when it came out, but we recorded it like
It was definitely the holidays between
It was
Thanksgiving
right before
and Christmas.
Yeah, it was right before Christmas. I thought it was the middle of December.
Yeah. And we got episode 52 coming up, so we're very excited about that. The whole naming scheme, where I named the first 3 episodes, episode 1, part 1, that has been a pain in the ass for me since the beginning, because every time I name a track, I have to add 2 to get to the. It's like I always have to keep track of that. But this is the one time I'm happy we did that, because episode 52, or I guess 53, will be our. You know what I mean? We'll be able to do our year anniversary and then start again, so it'll like match up right. But we have a lot of ideas for that. We don't even still know what we're gonna do.
No.
We definitely have.
What we got, like a month?
Yeah, we'll definitely have video. We'll definitely have guests.
Hmm.
We'll definitely get hammered.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't worry about
Let's
that.
just get blackout drunk.
Yeah, that night's gonna be ugly. We should do it. I wish it was on Thanksgiving Eve.
No, that's like the one night.
Adam would literally be laid on this table by the end of it.
I don't think it was a Black Friday that we started, was it? No,
No.
it was in December.
Yeah.
But
But
the
yeah,
last,
we're just getting nostalgic today, thinking about how far we've come. We're gonna talk about that
yeah,
on that episode, but it's crazy to think how much different it was back
it
then. You
really
know?
was like the mics that we were using, the way we
Yeah.
recorded.
I can't wait to talk about on the 1 year like what it was. Our
Yeah,
memories
we'll
of
have
that
to.
because now we can look back and see how it was
We
weird.
best thing was because we were really excited when we first started doing it. We took a decent amount of pictures. I mean, we still like
That's true.
our
Yeah.
podcast room is really it's nice, but it's like it's nothing like crazy. But we
Yeah.
started off as like a little like table in my bedroom.
I know. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
But anyway, we'll get to that stuff.
Uh,
We're really looking forward to that episode.
the last thing I wanted to say was this week I was on I Doubt It with Dollamore podcast. They were doing they wanted people to like share their most embarrassing or funniest like Halloween stories.
Hmm.
So that will be out Monday. So when you guys hear this, it's already out. But the podcast is called I Doubt It with Dollamore. It's a really good podcast. It's like political stuff. It's for like it's for people like us that we don't have like I don't know. They're open minded and they're really good at talking about what they want to talk about. Jesse and Brittany are great. They're really knowledgeable. They're
Is that his
fun.
girlfriend,
Fiance.
fiance?
Yeah, they're really nice people. Um, but I just want to ask you, do you have any crazy Halloween or embarrassing things?
Um.
Because you used to do the How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, that's so much better. So I can
what
drink.
was the walk home? What's the
Oh, the Walk of
the
Shame.
walk of shame Halloween thing? You and Nick used to watch people walk home, right?
Yeah, that's the best in New York is when you're going to get like a coffee the day after Halloween, and there's just people. Like it's funny enough when you see a girl in a cocktail dress from obviously the club the night before at 10 a.m. on a Sunday walking home, just like disheveled. But it's way funnier when you see like a half makeup gone zombie bride, or like a cat with like all the shit. It's the best walk of shame that there is. This is the best walk of shame day there is. I don't know that I have anything that's super. Oh, I'll have to think.
Yeah, I had one, but I won't share it because I already shared it.
All
You
right.
guys check out the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, my friend Zach's got a ton. He dressed up. He dressed up at school. My friend Zach from college. He dressed up as a used car salesman. It was the funniest costume. It looked amazing. His girlfriend dressed up in like tight nurse outfit that was like plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he comes back, and I had just gotten back. I was a '70s basketball player with the fro and the short shorts, and his hand was cut from his knuckle to like I guess I could do it for the camera, knuckle like down to here.
Yeah.
He was at the fraternity. He took the bottle and just smashed it on the wall as hard as
Oh.
he could, and a piece of it cut his hand. His girlfriend in the nurse outfit is covered in real blood, like she had no fake blood. It was all I thought it was part of the costume, and he was. I have pictures. I go, Zach, give me your hand. I know you're in a lot of pain, but you're gonna want these pictures tomorrow. I always do that with my brother when I dislocated his finger. I did the same thing. I go, Ben, I know this sucks, but you're gonna want these pictures tomorrow. So yeah, he had a tough one. He had to go, and obviously he was drunk, so like he was just bleeding profusely because his blood was thin. But I can't think of anything that I'm too crazy from Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only had one, but that was it.
Mm.
And let's check out the
Oh,
podcast.
sweet taste of bourbon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it then. Xbox One, huge news, shocking news. This is a two-part story. Number one, they're cutting their price to $350, and that's including the bundles.
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
Master Chief bundle, Assassin's Creed bundle, Sunset Overdrive bundle, the white one,
Call of Duty one.
Call of Duty one, $350.
And
If you don't have an Xbox One, and again, Adam's got a one and a Wii U. I've got all three. Like we don't care what you buy, but that is a deal that you can't pass
if you're
up.
looking for a system, and especially if you're a 360 player that likes Call of Duty,
Right.
you get the game for free.
Right. Or
Pretty
Halo,
much, yeah.
Halo Master Chief Collection, that'll keep you busy for like a
Yeah.
year if you want to play the single players, It's just a great time to
It
get an
is.
Xbox.
And I saw it starts November 2nd.
Something like that, yeah.
But
I think some people are already starting.
I saw some places already.
mark
And
it
it lasts
down.
till like January 1st or something like that. So
Wow, that's an aggressive price, man.
Yeah.
That's like the same price as the Wii U, isn't it?
it's yeah.
That's
Do you
crazy.
think Sony will follow?
Not yet. They're
No.
too far ahead.
Well, this
And
isn't a permanent
that's
thing.
what they said. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
a
Sony will
holiday sale.
follow. I think they're gonna. I think part of the reason is because they're already rumoring the Xbox One Slim.
Yeah,
So I think they probably stopped production and said
that's
let's get
fucking
all these
crazy.
out. Because I saw I don't know how close it is, but they said that there's a processor for the Slim.
Yeah.
Usually comes out, a little, like a year and a half, 2 years after. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're just trying to get rid of all the old ones. But that's an aggressive
It's a hell
price.
of a deal, and this
It's
is
a
the, this
hell of a
this is
deal.
the Xbox without the Kinect.
Right,
So if
right.
you don't want to connect, and if you're looking for a next gen, I mean, PS4 is great, the Xbox One's great, the Wii's great in its own way. I really
Yeah.
love my Wii. Um,
But that's just a price that
yeah, and if you're an
that's
Xbox,
like a $290 console because you're getting a $60
yeah,
game for
and
free.
important guys, if you still have parents that are like buy you shit like that for Christmas, grab a bundle.
Right.
Tell them to
Right, or
grab you a bundle.
even if you're getting it from your girlfriend or something,
Because and if there's
have them
another
buy it
and if
sooner
there's
than
another
later.
game you want, have you for the price it would cost you to get an Xbox
Right.
One and 2 games, you're
And
getting
there's a couple other deals too. Like Target has a buy any 2 games get one free,
yeah.
which I was thinking when we start getting like Master Chief Collection, whatever, we're gonna probably get the digital and
Yeah, I'm going
blow
digital.
it. But yeah, I am too. But that would be nice for like if we got Wii U Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
Master Chief Collection, we'd get a third game free, or we get one of them free because we both get Master Chief Collection. But yeah, I just think that is a crazy deal, and I would jump all over
yeah,
that.
and
If I don't have an Xbox One.
believe the Assassin's Creed one comes with Black Flag and Unity.
Yeah, that's
so it's
crazy.
2 games.
Now, let me ask you, because this is a common topic online, does it piss you off as an early adopter
No,
that they did that?
no, because I went in. When you buy something early, I
That's
know
my
this is what
thought
you're gonna
too.
say.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it, 'cause
Yeah.
we have the same thing.
No, it's the same. Yeah, when you're signing up, first of all,
You take the risk.
you know this going in. If you don't know this, then you're not an early adopter very often. You know you're beta testing too.
Mhm.
There's gonna make improvements, and it's fun to like, especially like people who like to talk about video games. It's fun to say we've been there from the beginning, and that's part of the reason you buy the console, right? Just like for the experience. So it doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me. No. I was planning on spending the 500. What was it? $500.
Mhm.
I was planning on spending.
Also, we're both
$500.
glad that we have Connect too,
Yeah.
because I use my Connect all the time. So
The-
I don't
the-
think it's a
the
must-have.
biggest-
If you just want a game, then I would get the bundle without it. But I enjoy
The
the
biggest burn of that was $50 for FIFA 14 and Battlefield 4.
Connect. Yeah, true. EA, everything they touch goes to shit.
Yep, that's yeah. And I'm really happy with my Xbox. We'll get into it in a couple episodes. We keep teasing, but
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
the next thing I thought this was cool. Did you see how like on your I'm sure it's I don't know PS4's dashboard, but on Xbox One you can download you can pre-order the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So I always want to say Advanced Warfighter because that's the
Advanced War.
that's the Ghost Recon one, right? Advanced Warfighter.
I don't know.
I think it's
it's
whatever.
Warfare.
The new Call of Duty game. They have the 0-day editions, which actually comes out the day before. It's like a Monday instead of a Tuesday.
Right.
But I believe they were saying it was only a digital thing.
Right.
Walmart has come out and said they're going to sell the game that Monday.
Huh. That's cool.
You can buy it at like 12:01 on Monday night, and which is I think is kind of cool for people that want to have the game. You're not getting like all the DLC that comes with the 0-day edition. I think that's what they're calling it.
Right.
But I think it's awesome showing like the power of digital downloads when a major retailer is like, whoa, hang up.
Yeah.
You're not getting away with that quick.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because PC gaming, it happened so fast where everything went digital. It's going to put like GameStop out of business. It's not gonna kill Walmart because they're Walmart, but it's gonna be a huge blow to them when everything goes digital because it's happening. PC game market physical copy is dead.
Well, I think I can't believe this didn't pick up, and I could be wrong, but I thought the 0-day was only a digital download.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I think that I can't believe the story wasn't picked up more, not like the Walmart part, but you have a digital game that comes out before the physical game, and nobody. It's only a day,
right?
And I think it's $10 more. I think it's $69.99, but you get DLC with it.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
no, I was just looking at those flakes. I
think it's the dishwasher. Like when you wash those balls. Yeah, I said that. What's it saying?
Oh, we're on fire.
Oh, but I think it shows like the power of the digital sales, and in a like a distributor like Walmart, EA or Activision, any of those can't be like, we're not going to sell our games to Walmart because you would cut off your own head.
Right.
You need Walmart. Walmart's the largest retailer besides like Amazon probably. And
yeah.
GameStop's huge, but Walmart's fucking Walmart. People go to Walmart. And also, I thought it was cool in the Walmart news. We might as well keep talking. The same day, they're starting their used sales um,
That's cool.
business. And I guess if you bring
Boy,
in
GameStop's gonna be dead before they even go all digital. Walmart's gonna that's gonna be tough for them
I
because
know.
I assume the deals are gonna be better. I'm
I
not
guess
maybe initially,
this
but
is like
eventually.
a heads up kind of deals. I guess if you bring in a game, I think it doesn't matter what game, you get up 50 if you're buying Call of Duty 0 day or maybe the normal edition of Call of Duty, they're giving you 50% more value on your trade-ins towards Call of Duty.
That's pretty cool.
So I mean, if you're looking for Call of Duty,
I'm gonna bring in the 600 Xbox
yeah,
360 games.
It's select. It's already
select ones.
It's in select markets right now. It's like a
Right.
beta, but I don't know if it's going to every single one. But I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's good for Walmart to be like, fuck you guys, we're gonna sell it.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that can. GameStop might get a little shit for it from the manufacturer or the Activision and shit like that, but
Right.
not Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So heads up, if you guys don't want to buy digital games and you want Call of Duty the day before it comes out, go to Walmart.
Nope. All right, you want to talk about the Twitch guidelines? I know.
I thought this was just funny because
is this you can't be the half naked one or whatever?
Well,
no cleavage?
there's more than that. That's an obvious thing. You can't be naked.
Right. But there's no
guys
cleavage
and girls,
or anything, right?
Yeah, you got to be like legit. You got to have a shirt on. You got to be covered. Even guys can't have. They have to be wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
The one that I thought was funny because of us, no drinking. You can't. They're saying they won't allow because we're gonna play.
Well, if our Twitch channel ever gets big, we're dead.
Well, after
question though, like if I just have a glass with brown liquid,
yeah, they can't tell. I mean,
we just can't have the maker's bottle on it.
Yeah, they might but legitimately or not legitimately, but like seriously, they don't have enough fucking people scouring all the videos to ever catch you. I bet you it's only like if somebody reports you.
Also, like,
but I think it's definitely funny.
They have to be big channels.
I can't wait for some little dick to see us drinking bourbon on our Twitch and.
Well, they won't let us on Facebook when we promote our stuff. They don't let us because it's 8-bit Bourbon, even though it has nothing.
Yeah, you have to change the age to over 21.
It has to be over 21. That's so stupid.
And that shit bothers me. You gotta have like less than 20% text on a photo.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all very weird.
It's stupid.
What was I gonna say about that though? Pun was saying to me, he goes, "We should start a new Twitch. We should start a new Twitch that's just naked gamers, and call it something."
Twatch.
I said Twatch, and he said, I don't remember.
His wasn't as good as Twatch.
No.
I can't remember it.
Oh, were you?
I was just talking to him last night. Yesterday?
Yeah, because he said something and I said Twatch and he goes, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "That was kind of obvious."
Yeah.
Yeah, we should start that though. It's a gold mine.
Oh shit! I forgot to ask you. Did you see that cinematic trailer for Halo 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, does it look good?
It made me so horny. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, was just like all the cutscenes from the game, or is that just a trailer? Like, did they just mash like
all the cutscenes? It's a little bit of both.
Stuff?
I think it's both. I think there's some new. Well, all of it's new. The Blur did it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think some of it's in-game cutscenes and some of it's just for the trailer.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's how it works.
It looks so good.
It looks amazing.
Like
It makes you want to play the single player again, which I never thought I'd say. I probably won't.
We got 2 weeks. I can't. And I'm so excited because I thought the game came out December 4th. I don't know why I was thinking December 4th the whole time. But
nope, it's soon. And you know what's great about that too?
Yeah.
It's a kind of game where, first of all, we've talked about this on Twitter and Facebook. We want to start a Halo like weekly thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care how good you are, how bad you are. We just want to do like local games where we can split up teams, even play like 4v4, like a LAN party like we used to do. I think that'd be really fun.
We okay?
I think so.
Okay.
That was odd. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can still hear us.
Our headphones just tweaked out.
You didn't hit anything, did you?
No. Is the GarageBand still going?
Yeah. Anyway, but I am excited because like it's a kind of game where like me and you will play, Pun will play, Chad will play, Nick will play, my brother will play, Jeff will play.
Ben got rid of his.
Oh wait, Ben won't play.
Or did he end up sending it back?
I think he did. I think he did sell it, but either way, you know what I'm saying? Like all walks of life will play it, and we can split up teams even and like play like that.
All the people that suck were in it. You guys will learn who Jeff is. You'll be honest. You know what I was thinking about? I was like, shit. If we play Sidewinder, people are gonna know our tricks. We told people about it.
Yeah, now you're right. That's true. You mean like when we're playing like each other?
Capture the flag and stuff. Yeah.
Now that's. I think though at this point that's probably like something everybody knows.
No, I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, no, maybe nobody still knows.
We created that.
Yeah, we did. I'm not gonna say we're the first people that ever did it, but we're the first people we ever saw that did it, and we played that game a lot.
We played like thousands of games.
We used to play like 8 hours, 10 hours a day. It was ridiculous, but We're not going to tell you our Sidewinder trick though, even though everyone probably
Yeah,
knows.
just go back to the 48 episodes. I don't even remember when we talked about it.
I
We
know.
may have never talked about
We've
it.
talked about it definitely at least once. So yeah, I don't know the Twitch stuff got into Halo, but that cinematic trailer was sick.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Really excited about that. All of it. Did you see the Halo 5 armor today?
No,
They
I
showed.
didn't see anything.
It's just the character models, but it just looks ridiculous. It's so cool. I'm what I love is I read an article about how I didn't think Halo 4 was bad, but it was okay. I feel like they try to chase Call of Duty a little bit with like the drops when like Halo is Halo because of we've had this discussion before, but my point is that they were talking about what's important about Halo and how it's the mirror image, like the ultimate arena shooter, and grenades and melees are a big part of it. And it sounded like 343 like got what made Halo, so I have high hopes for Halo 5. But
Yeah.
I think this whole redoing the whole Halo 1 through 4 thing, it's the greatest thing that's ever been
It's
released
so
for $60.
good.
I mean, I can't believe how cool and how much work it must have taken, because if you look at the comparisons, it's hilarious how much better the graphics look.
And people, if you're able to, because we talked about like the 20 gig download when you buy the game physical, if you're able to pre-order and digitally download it, do that, because it downloads everything at once. So when the clock strikes 12:01, you won't have to worry about that patch. If you have like a slow internet, you can start it now, and I'm sure it'll be done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, like that's gonna be a bitch for Chad.
Yeah, it is.
So
he's just gonna have to bring a system to one of our houses.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, because Chad's internet sucks, but yeah.
Oh, Jesus. you just killed Robin Williams.
Whoa, I feel terrible. That's awful.
One last thing before we leave Twitch. After this, if you guys are watching us live and you're like, what you hear or see, we're gonna be playing Alpha, or I keep on calling it Alpha. We're gonna be playing the Evolve Alpha.
Why? You always get those weird things stuck in your head that
I
make
don't
no
know
sense.
why, yeah.
Oh, by the way,
and I was calling the game Hunted.
Adam bought this for me as a Christmas present, which I'm very excited about. So now we have matching shock mounts.
It's Christmas on Halloween.
Thanksgiving present. It's the nightmare before Christmas.
I'm just stupid as I'm not thinking. Because you have the.
You thought it wasn't plugged in?
Yeah. I was like, how can I hear you so well?
That'd be amazing.
These mics are awesome.
Yeah, so I was thinking to do, like, we probably should be dressed up as video game characters since this is a video game podcast. But I'm Sub-Zero's.
We should have just dressed in black and
Shadow
just stuck,
or whatever.
Like, big like fuzzballs on us, cotton balls, and just been mocap. Could have been mocap, because there's tons of mocap.
I should have just put that blanket over my.
I should have just.
Yeah, actually, you could have worn the Joker.
I should have put the power glove on.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God! Another thing, quick about that that video games, the movie documentary. They show like the old school fucking commercials for Nintendo and like Atari. They're the most insane commercials I've ever seen. They're
super fast paced.
They're fucking weird and crazy. They're amazing.
I miss the 80s.
It screams fucking 80s.
Oh yeah. All right. Another thing we want to talk about.
Oh wait, I didn't finish my Twitch thing because.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You can find us.
You're all over the place.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be playing the Evolve.
Yeah. The Evolve
Alpha after this. You can find us at twitch.tv/abaynard.
Okay. You should just use the 8bit Bourbon one.
I know, but it's attached to you, so I don't know how.
We'll work on that. Yeah, Abaynard, ABAYNARD, or we'll fix it.
Yeah, or just don't. Just don't. We don't care.
It'd be that or 8bit Bourbon.
And don't report.
We'll be on there.
We will be drinking.
Okay, how about this? We'll tweet it out from 8bit Bourbon Twitter. That much I promise you.
I wish there was a way just to automatically set up everything.
And people who are listening to this is not happening on Wednesday. So, well, I mean,
no, but it'll be up on the website. So check it out.
No,
8bitbourbon.com.
Yeah, that's true.
About it.
Okay. Next, a couple things. Sony. Number one, their network, they patched 2.0, which looks very nice. It's got a lot of nice features, but it broke for a lot of people uploading to YouTube, and it also brought down the network for a while, which I can confirm because I wasn't able to get on Destiny. I just think that, PS Plus is not free anymore. You know what I mean? Like for PS Network, I guess. Yeah. It's mandatory. PS Plus is mandatory to play online now. So there's a higher level of expectations,
Yep.
and every Sony only patches like once every 4 or 5 months, and when they patch it, invariably brings down the network or messes something up or bricks PlayStations. Because the other problem is some people are having a problem, or if they went, I haven't even put mine into this because I read it. If they're putting their PS4 into rest mode, or hibernate, which they're now calling rest mode, you can't get out of it. Sometimes you got to pull the plug and it fucks up a bunch of stuff. So. It makes you wonder, I don't know if they do this. Microsoft runs a early adopter, like a beta program for all their software, and they update like once a month.
Yeah.
And they're not perfect, but for the most part, I don't even notice the updates
No.
in a good way.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
But they update big things.
Was it like two episodes ago? I said I didn't even like. I turned on my Xbox and I was like, the dashboard looks like different. Like it's still very similar, but I was like, and I never saw the update. It's very nice because they used to do that telltale sign where if you were an early adopter of the Xbox One, it used to like update itself, but then you couldn't turn it on with your voice.
Right, because it would shut down that window into hibernate.
It wouldn't, and you would be like Xbox on, and just I hope I return people's Xbox on. But you would say it, and it just wouldn't work. You'd be like, what the fuck? So you'd touch it, and then you would get it. I'm drunk.
I'm strong.
I'm so like, since we have like expensive equipment on here, every time I bump something, I'm terrified. Like it's quick response.
Well, this is good to have up here now.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of stuff though. Yeah. I think that I don't know. It's gonna sound like we're bashing Sony a little bit because there's a few things I want to talk about, but that's a problem.
it is.
And I think it comes down to Microsoft is the best software company and Sony's the best hardware company, and that's why the PS4 is half the size of the Xbox One, and it probably won't ever break down because they're great hardware makers. But the Xbox One software, like, if it keeps at this pace, they're going to be light years ahead. If you care about that kind of stuff, media, other stuff than gaming, like they update every month, and there are always big changes and big bug fixes, and I think that give it 2 years, 3 years, the Xbox One's going to be just like the Xbox 360 turned into,
All the network issues aside, I think right now the PlayStation is probably the smoother, better experience, like the dashboard, right?
Yeah, well, it does. It does less.
If you put it in front of two people that don't really play games, I bet they would play. Because like for us gamers, Xbox, I like the Xbox One. It's fine. I understand
the PS4 one is by design extremely simple.
Yeah,
they want you to be able to get in.
Fluid,
and it's
works
cool.
really well.
If you're just looking for gaming, it's perfect. You just fly around, and the Xbox One does more, which is again by design. But yeah, I think that the Microsoft software, though, I'm very excited to see where we are in 2 years because of that. I just wish that.
I bet you it doesn't look anything like.
Yeah, just like before they did the Blades. Yeah. But this is something that we're going to talk about a lot in our year-end episode. But I just would have loved to see what the Xbox One looked like if they had another year to work on the Kinect and make it work right before they released it, because they obviously rushed it, it wasn't ready. Or B, design a console that didn't have the Kinect to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would have been.
Either or, I think they'd both be very interesting. But whatever, it is what it is, and that's something we'll talk about a lot.
That's what happens when you release a peripheral, like what was it, like 4 years, 5 years down into the 360's life cycle, and the thing sells 15-20 million.
Right, it was a big hit like the Wii.
Yeah,
they thought they had.
I never had any interest in it.
No.
I would have bought an Xbox One probably without it if they never mentioned it. I would have been like, okay, I don't care.
Right. I had high expectations just because they had so long to work with the Kinect One, and the Xbox One was so much more powerful that I thought that maybe they could do some cool things, and I think they could have done some cool things.
Yeah, and they have. There are some cool things.
Yeah, I use the voice commands all the time.
I still don't understand how the hand things work. I don't know if it's just the way I've set it up.
It's stupid. I would never use the hand signals.
It's like you do this. I think it's cool when you close your fist.
Yeah, but it's stupid though.
But the exercise thing's cool though.
Yeah, people love the exercise stuff, and that Fantasia game that just came out got awesome reviews.
Yeah.
When I was at client's house the other day, their kids were playing like a dance game with the Kinect. They were having a blast with their parents. And they were all, I don't remember which one, but it was hilarious. It's not something we'd ever do, but when you have kids or something,
didn't you play Kinect Sports with your mom when you first got your Xbox?
Maybe one. I don't know. Maybe once, but if I did, I forced her into it.
Yeah, I think that's what you did.
Yeah, that's probably true. And just before we get out of Sony.
We've been talking about Microsoft for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Drive Club.
Oh yeah. Or what is it? Drive Club is not coming to PS.
It's indefinitely.
Is it indefinitely?
Indefinitely. They didn't say never, but they said indefinitely. So,
it pretty much got the Adrian Peterson treatment.
It's pretty much never.
Yeah.
But I mean, not never, because when the game's old, they'll probably.
Does that game even work yet?
I think that it's starting to work online for some people. It might, by this point, it might be like, I don't think it is though, because I don't think they would have suspended it otherwise. See, the most amazing part of this,
they probably assume that like another, I don't know, million people are going to download this game. If they can't handle however
Right.
games they already sold now.
They don't want to have
Yeah,
another.
it would just fucking
Well,
fuck
at
everything
first
up
they said it
again.
had nothing to do with servers. It's just the software.
I don't believe that.
But then I'm pretty sure they added servers, so it's kind of both. But one of the big problems, I hate this idea of lowering expectations. This goes with everything, the updates, the network down, and Drive Club. I hate this idea of customers like taking a shit sandwich and saying, well, you're all too entitled. It's like, too entitled. If I pay $60 for a video game, one of them works great and the other one
Yeah.
doesn't, that's a problem. That's not
Yeah.
being entitled.
The only-
It's not, if it were free or something, that'd be different.
The only thing I have to say about that, like, if you're all like, oh fuck Sony, they didn't give me my free game, it's like, no, fuck you. Like, I know you're not saying.
I'm talking about
I'm talking about I know
the
you're
purchase,
not saying, but there probably are people out there. Like, it sucks if you were expecting the game.
Well, I will say this
free.
though,
but it wasn't a full-fledged version of the game.
But I will say though that they announced that like before the PS4 came out,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a system seller. So in that way, they can kind of bitch
game was
about
also
it.
to come out and launch. So.
Right, and so they can kind of bitch about it in that way. And it was supposed to be a what the hell is it called?
Sim.
The Xbox.
Oh, Forza.
It's supposed to be a Forza killer. So here's my thought though. Okay, so
has there ever been a game that like people say it's gonna be like a Halo killer?
Yeah, never.
That ever fucking works?
Never. But and they're not even similar games. That's what's so stupid. But Drive Club, and the problem is people were like, well, I can play mine single player, and this is what I was getting to, like lowering expectations. Or people be like, oh, the network's down, like go outside and throw a football or something. I'm gonna be like, first of all, you've never thrown a football. Second of all, because I love reading the comments just to see people going crazy. But I was thinking to myself, like, second of all, no, maybe someone came home and they wanted to play their goddamn Xbox, and maybe they're in Minneapolis, it's freezing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up.
And we're a podcast.
Why are we defending $1 billion corporation that's giving us shit? That's my point.
It'd be different if it, like, kick him out of Sony if this wasn't a first party game. They knew this game was fucked.
Right. Or if the network went down one day and they hadn't had problems before, I would totally understand that. But this is a repeated pattern of stuff with the PS Network. Like, you say what you want about the hardware, because I think the PS4 hardware is definitely better, faster and better. But the Xbox Live has been better forever. And anybody who says that PSN and last gen was better than Xbox Live, you're either a moron or you never played both. It's just a fact. I had both for the whole life. Everybody who's ever played both would say the Xbox Live is better.
And Battlefield didn't work on anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
I don't know if it had bigger problems on one or the other, but I know.
Ever been an Xbox game that hasn't like worked online?
I mean, only games that don't work because they don't work, like you said, Battlefield or I'm sure it happens, but it doesn't happen to nearly the degree. And obviously, last gen you couldn't even voice chat.
Can you imagine if Microsoft released Halo and just online just didn't fucking work?
I know. Well, again, like I think when they've released Halo 2 was the first big online launch ever.
Yeah. That was it ran so well.
It might have like not worked for like a couple hours, but like it's always up pretty soon. You know, it's amazing how quick they can do it. We're like Sony Network's been down for like days, and then one event a month or then half.
I always feel bad for those SOCOM players and developers. The day that game released, they pulled the plug on
that sucks.
PlayStation.
Forgot that.
And there hasn't been one since.
But again, we're not trying to shit on Sony. I saw a bunch of bad headlines. And then an article comes out, and because they've been taking shit from Xbox fanboys, then an article comes out that says Sony sold like blah blah blah, sold a bunch.
3.3 million.
And then they're like flexing their muscles. And I want to be like, what do you care if a company makes more money? Just because other people bought a PlayStation doesn't mean that that's good for you. Like, why do you give a shit if your console sells more? Think about how stupid that is. Just because people bought it, you think that makes it better? You know, Justin Bieber must be better than the Beatles.
Seriously.
You know?
Yeah, that's a great fucking example.
It's such a stupid thing to say. Like, why do you care that Sony's making a bunch of? Are you getting paid for all those consoles? Makes no sense.
Transformer movies are better than fucking like Jurassic Park and shit.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Bullshit.
It's just it makes me crazy. It's just, they take this pride like it's a sports team that they're rooting for. You know.
Well, go back to that documentary. There's a guy, I don't know who he was. He's the head of some studio, and they're talking about fanboys. And he's like, it simply comes down to the fact that most people can't afford more than one system.
Right. That's absolutely
and
what it is.
they're defending their purchase.
And that's why most.
And that's understandable.
That's why most fanboys, and I absolutely mean to stereotype right now, are obviously young because they're still getting gifts from their parents. So my parents aren't going to buy me 2 consoles for Christmas. They're going to buy me 1.
If you had to guess, what would be the average age of like a gamer?
Of a gamer or of a gamer commenter?
Of like the gamer, no, of like the gamer culture.
And you mean people that own a console that play like
Yeah,
quote unquote hardcore games,
yeah,
not like games on a
I
phone,
guess,
because
yeah,
that raises it a lot, I think.
yeah. But the average,
30 something.
yeah, 30. That's
Yeah.
what they said in that documentary. I was really impressed with that.
Yeah. No, I just think because
Because I'm 30 and Nintendo came out 1 year after I was born, so I didn't really get it till I was like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah, I mean, our generation though is just a huge, because we grew up with all
Yeah.
that stuff, so there's just a ton
That's
of
crazy.
gamers.
That thing was still kicking around like by 1990, still selling like crazy.
But yeah, that's the whole idea that of people like wanting to make excuses for, and it's not just Sony, it's Microsoft, it's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it happened, the stories line up for Sony this year or this week, but um that's just, it drives me fucking crazy. And I now I love going to those comments because I know I'm going to talk about them on the show. So
Yep.
now I have a reason to dive into the shit.
We have a soapbox or a platform to call people out.
Right. I should start taking their name down.
I love, I'm always tempted to be like, hey, like just comment on it. Just be like, hey, thanks, I'm gonna talk shit about you on my show, but then they're just gonna trash talk our show.
Yeah, nah, it's not worth it. I don't even sign up for an account because I don't want to comment.
No.
But and GameSpot's still the worst.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that website. It's the
bad.
worst website on the whole internet. And then there's the whole Anita Sarkeesian thing, which I'm not going to get into because it'll blow up in our face.
Is that the gamer?
Yeah, I don't want to support it or go against it because there's just two. It's
Yeah.
like saying you're a Republican or a Democrat. You just lose half your fans.
I think
So
Polygon had an article up today that says Gamergate is over.
Well, Polygon is the biggest pusher of her. Like they have.
Is she the one that went on the Daily Show?
With Colbert, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe she went in the Daily Show. But when I say pusher, I mean like all of the articles I've seen pretty much are on Polygon. There's probably other places that cover her more, but I just go to Polygon, IGN, GameSpot.
Was she the first or the second person that got like attacked?
Was
she the last one that got like the death threats?
She was the death threat one.
Okay.
Or the people that said the guns or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about happy things instead of death threats.
Like Bob Barker.
Exactly.
Watch him die. Watch him die.
I touch him and he died. We love you and your dog. Goodbye.
The dog's definitely dead. I got the thing like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that thing looks pretty old.
Yeah, I would give him easily 6 or 7.
I don't know. He's rich. They probably have like special treatment for dogs.
What if like there's another picture taken after and Bob Barker's like gnarling, and his arms like the dog just stabs the dog.
You take it out of the out of the frame.
He's got a knife in the dog's neck.
He kills a dog every picture.
Yeah.
He takes one.
Chucks him over his head.
I want the whole thing. Another thing that we are very excited about is 8-player Smash Brothers in Wii U.
Yeah,
have you seen a video of this?
Yeah, it looks fucking
awesome. It is awesome. It's just mayhem. It's insanity. And
I
what's
like
cool
how
is
they
because
made the levels bigger.
Yeah, you can only do it on the bigger levels, and it's 1080p and 60 frames a second, whatever it is. So it works too. Like I was thinking, like it's gonna be impossible to fight someone, and it's still hard because it's zoomed out so much. But you can see how smooth it moves. Yeah. You could totally do it.
Oh, you know my strategy during that.
Oh, everyone's strategy should be high.
Yeah. Can you build?
You will die if you get
Can you build levels in this one?
I don't know. Hopefully not, because the Wii.
No, we need to make the Thunderdome for 8 players.
That would actually be really fun.
Did you see that one bullshit level with the lava crap? If you have 100% damage, it automatically kills you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That is with 8 people on that. I think that's one of the 8 people.
I don't know. It's funny though because you can do Smash Brothers, where you have your health count down from 100. Like they have a setting for that. But I'm so excited for that game.
Yeah, I can't.
We already have 7 controllers. That's what's great about Nintendo. They reuse their stuff.
Yeah.
We've got 4 GameCube controllers. You've got a gamepad. I've got a gamepad. I got a Wii nunchuck. We probably have. No, maybe not. But anyway, you can use the Pro gamepad.
We'll have to get Vinny and some people over and then just grab shit from the store. Come over, play with us.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should definitely have a tournament at the store.
Yes, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. I'm gonna pour myself more bourbon.
I just had a scare because I cut jalapenos a little bit. And
I rubbed it right in your eye.
Oh, it kind of burns a little bit. I don't know.
It's only gonna get worse.
No, it's fine. I'll just pour a little bourbon in there.
No,
what was I gonna say about Smash? Shit, there was some really good thing. We never got to talk about the Nintendo Direct, but there were some good things from it. A lot of them are just fucking stupid. They put so much stuff into that game. I'm really impressed.
It's insanity. Like I mean, they went all out.
I will play 1% of that shit.
Yeah, totally. But it fits like different groups of people too. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very cool. I can't believe like that's people were wondering why it took so long because it would
Mhm.
look playable like 7 months ago, and now there's like insane amounts of. I hope that they release, and this is what I love about Nintendo. They're old school. They release a game that's $60 that has $60 of content.
Yeah.
But I still wish that after like a year or two, 3 years, especially if they're gonna release these Smash Brothers like once every 7 years, like they should have a DLC.
Yeah.
I would
I
be
really hope that
glad
I
to
really
buy
hope
one.
they do that because and that I've been campaigning
More levels, more
for
characters.
Rayman and
I
Smash
know.
'cause I think he just fits so
I'm
perfect.
shocked that he didn't make it
But
when there's a Rayman
and remember
trophy. I can't
and
believe it.
remember that video I showed you where the Nintendo like PR guy was
Hmm.
showing the game off and he started naming like
He said
the
Rayman.
hidden players. He said Rayman,
Yeah.
but he's not in the 3DS version that I know of. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And think just like every month, $5.99. Give me two people. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fine with that.
The thing is like we'd be happy to because they're giving you so much content.
And
It's like Halo Chief
and it
Master
adds so much
Collection.
more to the game because how many we've been playing? We haven't played Smash Brothers. Was it Brawl? I always forget the name
Brawl,
of it.
yeah.
On the Wii in a couple weeks, but
Yeah.
we played it for like a year straight.
Yeah, a lot.
Every like 2 nights a week.
Yeah.
And how much fun is it? Like after 3 months of playing one guy, you take the time to like try to learn another character,
Right,
or you go
right.
random for a while.
Yeah.
And by adding more players, it just adds more playing to that game. It
Yeah.
changes it up.
Absolutely. I think it would allow them to really like work on them and fit them in, and also another thing, patch updates to balance the characters.
Yeah.
So if you've got a guy that in the one-on-one scene like Meta Knight is too powerful, you can, you know, I hate the word nerf, but nerf him.
Yeah.
Um,
While we're still on Nintendo, did you see that they're finally adding you can pre-download a game?
yeah, yeah.
So
Very
it's
cool.
not yet, but they said it's coming soon.
It just drives me crazy, like when Microsoft got killed for doing the download stuff and the early downloads, and like everyone went ballistic because that you should be able to buy physical copies, and this is something I can't wait to
Yeah.
talk about.
I can't wait
the
because
Sony Microsoft
there are
battle.
so many. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say on next episode
Yeah.
or the 50th
Well, yeah.
episode, but anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Go
Well, I
ahead.
was gonna say like we're gonna talk about it like on our console 1 year later or whatever. But there are so many things that Xbox announced or Microsoft announced at their E3 thing that people shit on that are coming. The like PlayStation's picking up
Right.
on them, Wii's picking up on them,
And everybody thinks it's awesome.
yeah, like the game, like the PlayStation game
That just
sharing
goes to
that
show
you can do
how
now.
how stupid like people are. And I'm not saying you're stupid if you thought Xbox sucked. You have every right to do
Yeah.
that. It's the people who can't make up their own minds. So like if there's media or press that says something, they just automatically
Yeah.
do. That's why it's scary. Like politics, the press is powerful, man. Like
Yeah.
people believe what they see on TV.
Well-
It's amazing. There's people aren't taught to think for themselves
Well,
anymore.
that
It's-
PlayStation game share thing, it's like I honestly think it's stupid unless you want to demo a game. But like if say I have the next Uncharted and I can't beat a section, I can give you permission to play for an hour,
Mhm.
and then you can play it for me. Which I would never ever let somebody play my single player game
Right.
to do something. But if you were like, hey, I don't know if I want to buy it, can I try it? Like, yeah, Microsoft had a thing like if me and you bought our live subscription together, you could just have my fucking game. And people shit on all that crap, and they took everything. It was always online thing. That was part of it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was permanent or I can't remember.
But
now.
they had that stuff announced
Right.
like as their main thing, and people went fucking nuts. And now Sony's doing it, and everybody's like,
Yeah. No, I think it was a similar thing. Like you could play for like 4 hours. You could play
Yeah.
a whole game or something like that.
And
Yeah,
now-
and people went crazy. Yeah. I don't know.
And now people are excited for the PlayStation Hero thing.
And I guess-
I guarantee there's commenters out there like, "Fuck you, Microsoft fans. We can share games."
Right. Yeah, I think the counter argument to that would be that that you can still buy physical games with Sony.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different conversation. I know we're excited for everything to go digital because I don't think you'll find digital sales until everything goes digital, just like
Yeah.
Steam. Now you can't get things for full price.
Well,
It's so cheap.
I haven't bought anything, but I really like how the Games for Gold gives you discounts on actual like game titles.
Yeah.
Like I imagine PS Now does. I haven't used PS
Yeah,
Now.
I'm sure
in a
it's
while.
the same idea.
But I was also gonna say the Wii is on a rise.
Yeah, absolutely.
It sold like 600,000. I don't know if it was
It's
a
gonna be
quarter
very.
or months.
They must be I think
And they actually turned a profit.
I
For
think
the first time in a while.
I think everybody thinks that Microsoft made a move because Sony's killing them to drop the bundle or to drop the price, and I think that's partially true. I think a bigger reason though is that they're terrified that with Smash Brothers coming out for the holiday season, that Wii U is going to take all the
Yeah.
Xbox sales. I think it was more direct
Or
reaction to
yeah.
Wii U than it was to
Or
Sony.
maybe they're hoping that the Wii U will take the PlayStation sales and they can kind of just stay where they're at in the middle.
Yeah, maybe. But
Because
I
I
think
mean,
that was what scared them is that
really,
Wii U had Smash Brothers coming out and they know people are gonna buy the
like
shit out of it.
obviously Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty. First time I think Call of Duty is gonna be fucking awesome on the PS4. They're gonna sell well. Call of Duty is probably, unless people really buy into this 350 Xbox One thing, Call of Duty is probably for the first time in a long time is gonna sell better on PS4.
Definitely, even if Xbox does
Did
awesome.
you know? I'm not gonna keep going on tangents, but
Uh,
what?
you love doing that.
Okay, well I was gonna say, did you know Destiny sold better on the Xbox One?
That's weird.
Yeah, but
Per console or total?
the game, but I guess like with they didn't include the PS4 bundles that it sold.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I
There's
thought
probably a
was
lot of those.
that shows the power of the Xbox One first-person shooter.
Yeah,
Like
that is
crowd.
that is interesting
Isn't
because
that crazy?
Sony, unless they sold like 3 million bundles,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
which is probably true.
I
But
mean, look in the last 3 months, they sold 3.3 million consoles.
right, yeah,
What
it's
game
true.
is pushing?
It's true because Sony. The reason I was gonna say
And it
Sony
was a good
advertised
deal.
the shit out of it. Like
$400.
Xbox wasn't allowed to advertise it.
Nope.
Sony had an exclusive deal, which is a hilarious deal. But
Yeah.
yeah, the last thing. This is one of the things where I get annoyed every week. We could have a segment, Andy's angry, but this has to do with going to those websites. There's this massive conversation of 1080p versus 900p, and I have or versus 720p or versus whatever resolution battles. And GameStop, that's why I stopped going there pretty much, or GameSpot. I mean, but this is okay. First of all, the people who are talking about it most of the time have no idea what they're talking about, and that's
Mhm.
one of the things that kills me. First of all, is PlayStation 4 more powerful than Xbox One? 100%, absolutely. And Xbox One isn't more powerful than Wii U? 100%, not even close. But people forget that like 1080p 60 frames a second, people just think that like that's a standard that you can get any game to. What they're not thinking is that there is a wide range of graphics that go into a resolution. So you can make, for example, Super Mario 2D 1080p 60 frames per second. Is that impressive? But if you make a game that's graphically fidelity like hyper realism, you get it to 900p 60 frames a second, it's a much bigger deal, right? Because it's much more graphic intensive. And people just act like it's like people could just choose to go 1080p or like 720p, but it's every game is different. For me, I think it depends on the game again. A puzzle game, a strategy game, it doesn't really matter. But an action game, 60 frames per second, I'd rather have a 720p 60 frames per second game than I would a 1080p 30 frames per second game if it's like a super fast moving game. And people just act like if it's not 1080p 60 frames per second, it's not worth playing. And obviously, this is coming mainly from the Sony crowd because Microsoft has had problems with the resolution, which has gotten a little narrower since they eliminated the Kinect. I think that actually did make a difference because it has more processing, but it just drives me fucking crazy because it's like game developers make a game that looks the best. They don't care about 1080p, 720p. Like whatever comes out the best is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever looks the best on the TV. If I showed you 3 games and you picked one that looked the best, would you give a shit if it was the stats behind it or like?
No.
It's like the same people like they don't talk about refresh rate. Like they just think that like it's this be all end all. And Bayonetta 2 just came out on Wii U,
so fucking
and
good.
it's an amazing looking game. And Wii U's not nearly as powerful as either of those consoles, so it's just such a fucking stupid. It makes me crazy every time I see it.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait till my Christmas or winter break from school so I can download Bayonetta 2, Sunset Overdrive, and just fucking play them because I just don't have the time. Like I want to try to do Call of Duty. I'll wait for reviews. I don't think I'll buy it because of Halo.
Right. I would definitely get it if Halo wasn't coming out.
But like
it does look pretty cool.
There's so many games that I just want to play, but I can't. Halo. I'll be able to play 10 hours a week. Nah, I won't be able to play 10 hours a week to Call of Duty or Halo. I would love to.
Yeah, I don't
but,
know about that.
But I'll be able to play like an hour or two a night. Yeah. Maybe that's 10 hours.
Yeah, probably get to 10 hours. But yeah, whatever.
I'm really excited to see what. Because Halo Master Chief is 1080 60 frames, right?
All the multiplayer is.
I want to know if I can even fucking tell. Because I just don't think I could tell.
You'll be able to tell.
What was the original? Was that 60?
720p 30 frames a second, I think.
So it's gonna be much faster. Is that gonna affect
it's not gonna be
gameplay?
faster. It's gonna be smoother. The thing you're gonna notice the most. Well,
because I like the weight. I like the weight that the Halo players have.
Right, it moves slow on purpose because it's made for a controller on a console. It was the first console shooter I think that was playable, like really, really like laser sharp playable. where a mouse
Yeah.
used to be way better. But I think the first you're gonna notice two things because the graphics are so much better, especially in Halo 2. They even like replace the textures. It's not like they just upscaled it,
I can't
but
fucking wait.
I think the thing that's going to be even more shocking because I think when you think back to an old game, you think the graphics are a little better than they are.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be as impressed as you should be unless you're playing single player. Did you know you can play the old engine and switch to the new engine,
Yeah.
which
They
is
did.
very cool.
They did that in the anniversary edition
Of it.
of the first one, right? You
Uh,
could hit like
maybe,
what,
yeah.
what like the black and white buttons were, and you
Yeah.
could switch it on the fly.
But where was I going with that? Oh, but I think the first thing you're going to notice though is how smooth it is with
Yeah.
60 frames a second. Like I can't explain it. I've seen the videos. I downloaded a 1080. YouTube actually just got 60 frames a second, which is huge news. We should have talked about that, but I actually downloaded it because I used to only have 30 frames a second, and it's so compressed that you can't really tell. Always, if you're looking for like a video online of what a game looks like, always download the original source material, and it looks amazing in 60 frames a second.
We'll have to like twitch out. I want to play the Halo. I'm quietly like I just haven't talked about because we talk about multiplayer all the time. I'm really excited to play the original campaign over.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I haven't played it in forever. I'm really excited to do it.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I thought the original campaign was one of the best. Too.
I was one of those people that didn't hate the flood stuff. I hated the flood stuff in the second one because I was like, well, that was the flood stuff.
It got old, right?
That was the flood stuff in the one. I don't ever probably need to go back and do that again.
Right.
But I liked that was a silent cartographer. Was that the level called?
Yeah.
When you meet or was it the library? Because that was when you meet that little like Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What Destiny ripped off.
Yeah.
Well, Destiny ripped off from themselves.
Yeah. That's when you meet him, right? And he's and you're walking around that fucking circle thing that everything looks the same and you're fighting.
That's the library.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's when I think it's when you first meet the flood.
I don't remember.
But using the shotgun, just shooting those things was
shotgun
so much
was so
fun.
Oh, did you?
I just want to see how that looks again.
Did you see the video? Speaking of which, where they showed the audio difference between they replaced every single sound.
I don't want to hear it yet.
It's awesome.
I really like what they did with the song.
Dude, well, that's sick. They replaced all like the rocket launcher and the sniper, all these noises.
Still sound the same though?
You'll have to hear it. It's amazing. It's so cool.
You like it?
I love it. I think it's great. Yeah. I'm so excited. I just can't wait. Like my Halo 2 is probably the best game I've ever been at, but I have no interest in playing like hyper competitively. I just want to have fun with like a bunch of people and fuck around. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. Oh. And there's a bunch of Forge levels.
I can't wait for that one circle map that's purple and blue.
Oh yeah, midship.
I'm gonna stab everyone with a sword.
Yep. Shotguns.
You will see me running across that top thing, making that jump.
Yeah, shotties on midship. I can't wait to just do the stupid things like Rocket Race is going to be so much fun or whatever it's called, where you have to get the Warthog around through the checkpoints and shoot each other. Like I'm actually excited to play Halo 1 too.
And they have all the collision physics, right? So when you smash two fucking Warthogs, they go flying.
The engine supposedly is identical, which is really cool.
Instead of them hitting in just like real car like they started doing. Was it Halo 3 they started doing that shit, or was it Halo 2?
Halo 2, I think, had the first destructive models.
Fuck that. I want the one where you just smash and they just go.
Right, because you're thinking of Halo 1 where we used to play Sidewinder and Blood Gulch and all those.
That's what I want.
God, I'm so just talking about it makes and like that's why I'm excited almost as an adult.
We've been talking like this since E3.
I know.
It's almost here.
And like that's why I'm almost more excited because I don't plan on taking it like seriously because that's gonna make it so much more fun.
I don't think I can take it seriously after playing Halo 4 and just being like subpar at it and like I'm really excited to see if I can still play.
Yeah, because I was playing Destiny the other day and like I was playing the equivalent of Rumble Pit. It's like Clash maybe where you just every man for themselves. And it's like I play video games to relax now, and I could go first place, third place, and the third place game would make me crazy. And like I just can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's not worth it to me like put myself in a shitty mood. So I don't care.
I hope I'll be able to enjoy Halo, like just relax, have fun, don't care, because I'll never be able to do it with Call of Duty. That's one of the reasons why I hold back from Call of Duty.
Well, that's why I want to play the local games because if I start playing Master Chief Collection online. Like Rumble Pit, I'm not gonna be able to help myself. But if I play with friends, always when I play with friends, I can take it down a notch. That's how I've always been. Like I've played Halo back in the day. I used to play Halo 2. I used to play games with Ben and my brother Joe and people, and I could totally just like fuck around because they didn't play that much, and we would just have fun. We would lose a lot, but I didn't care. But when I played Rumble Pit, that was the time when I was hyper competitive,
Yeah, there was a streak in Call of Duty for I would say at least 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. It was the best I've ever been at video games playing that, and it got to the point.
You've played Call of Duty since then, though.
Yeah, but no, but it started dying off because I just didn't enjoy the game. The game changed too much for me. It wasn't like the games that I knew,
Hmm.
and I just don't want to go back to that. Like it was fun for what it was, but that's not the way I play video games now.
Hmm.
And I hope it doesn't get that way with Call of Duty or Halo. I just want to enjoy it. Like I don't, I just if I have fun, if I get one crazy death and die 10 times and my team wins, or if I die, if I go
Well,
1 and 5 and help my
for
team
me,
out, I'll be
the key
happy.
is this. I want to have the reason I want to play the local games to me are so huge is because when you play local games, you get to know the players
Yeah,
and you get to make fair teams. And this is what we did in college, why it was so fun. I had me and my three roommates. Well, my roommate and his two friends,
yeah,
and we played the team down the hall. And they were even teams because I was the best Halo player, but I had three guys that weren't very good at all. But we play capture the flag, so it was a team game,
yeah,
and they were very fair teams because they had four pretty good Halo players, and we would have to overcome that with strategy, and I would just protect them with a sniper. But like the point was, the games were hyper competitive, but they were fair. So that's why it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Where like it's different when you go on with your friends and you just lose every game because
yeah,
like someone's not good. But when you have a local game, you can make fair games,
yeah,
and then you can have those epic games where like you lose the third capture on Sidewinder and you're really pissed. But that was fun.
yeah.
Where if you go online, you play with your friends and somebody sucks, that's not like then you start like getting annoyed with people, and I don't want to do
Well,
that. You know what I'm saying?
I,
So
I, I just liked it because like in Halo 2 and shit, our stat lines used to be like you would go like 22-2, I would go like 12-4, Chad would go 6-4, and Jay would go like 4-4. You know that was a well balanced team for what it was.
and when you say that, you mean when we played Halo One, I used to be like 130 and 10 because we would
Yeah,
have like hour and a half
yeah.
games.
No, I
That
mean
was
I
just at
mean
the
like competitive
sniper.
online. Like when we used to
Yeah.
play like Halo 2 online. I could never get to that height that you got because you were just like zoned in and you just knew everything to do. Like I could hold my own, but I wasn't. But in Halo 4, it wasn't like that. Like you just mentioned the competitive like capture flag. I never thought like I was anything at the capture flag in Call of Duty 4. What was that one map where I had like the outsides?
In Halo 4?
Yeah, you could do those like jump things on the outside,
Yeah, I don't know the
and then there
name
was
of
that
it.
middle thing
Yeah,
where you can climb the levels. I was so fucking bad at that.
yeah. I like that level, but
I remember
yeah,
Nick just being an asshole. He just turned himself invisible and crouched with a
you
shotgun.
better believe it.
We would just wait. We just play Call of Duty, and he would just or capture flag. He would just sit in a fucking corner
You
and
better
just
believe it.
wait. Some poor
Yeah,
bastard.
he doesn't care. He'll do whatever. Yeah, no, I played Halo 4 enough to play it like competitively and have
Yeah,
fun, but
I got
it wasn't the same because by the time I started playing it enough, nobody else was
yeah.
playing, so it was just me,
I,
and that wasn't fun. You know, I want to play with people.
I'm nervous because I left the series so long ago. I tried to get back with Halo 4, but I played so much Call of Duty and I just fell out of the series. Like I'm nervous that I won't be as competitive. Like
Yeah,
not competitive. Like I gotta fucking win, but I like to be like on the same playing field. I'm worried. I just don't want. I don't. I want to enjoy
I
it.
mean, I picked up Call of Duty pretty quick. It's just a matter of playing it
I
enough.
think Call of Duty is a lot easier to pick up.
It is.
Like I think.
Yeah, it is in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Halo is the ultimate Twitch shooter. You have to be
And I'm really excited to use it with
on.
the Xbox One controllers. So I'm hoping I don't have the same problems I had with Battlefield by hitting the bumpers all the time on accident. Did you ever have that problem?
Yeah, maybe when
I
I
did
first started playing.
I did it a lot. Like I would throw grenades when I didn't want to a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that in a
I,
while,
I
but
don't
I
know
know
if it's the way I
think I
hold the
remember
controller,
that.
if I have fat fingers.
No, I think I used to do that too.
I did it
I
a
think
lot
it was
because like you
I
jump.
think it's because our brain was trained to the
Yeah,
360
because
controller.
jumping is going to be a big part of our thing again. And when you jump, you kind of I don't know. You just hold the controller. I don't want to be chucking grenades because that's important in Call of Duty
Yeah,
or Halo.
yeah, it absolutely is. I don't know. I'm so excited.
I
Like
am.
to me though, like this is the reason I'm excited too is I never played. Well, Halo 1 we used to play a little bit 2-on-2 local before we got the online, which was some of the most fun times
Yeah.
we played. But then when we got the online, it was great. But this reminds me of like StarCraft and Warcraft when we used to play locally, not just in the same house, but when we used to set up like IPX games and we used to play 2-on-2. We would make the teams, and me and my brother would play like Batjon and Jared Subik, and we would have these epic battles because we made them purposely so that the teams were fair, so that whoever won it was always fun, and you knew each other's weaknesses and strengths, so like
Yeah.
everyone kind of knew their role. That's why on Halo we're gonna play a lot of objective games because we'll play deathmatch, but I feel like objective games allow everyone to have a role.
Yeah.
Like there was one guy on my team in college. He was a horrible player, like just terrible. But he would take commands well, so like we could tell him what to do, and he would always be our flag runner so that we could protect him. But he used to get so pumped up because he got to be the one that spiked the flag, and he was doing very well at that. He just wasn't a good shooter. You know, like he wasn't good at aiming the gun and stuff, but he was able to, like, he had good instincts for like hiding around a wall, then running and grabbing the flag, and like that to me makes it fun because even the bad players can like do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
we have Chad who was so good at defending bases.
yeah, him and Nick are gonna be like shooting each other all the time with shotguns.
You can get him out and get Chad out in the open, and it was always different. But Chad was always, especially Sidewinder, he was so good inside that base, like dodging grenades, dodging rockets. He'd always fucking get that, and if he died, he would get it right back.
Did Chad play Halo 2?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I know he played.
The only person I ever played Halo 2 with you, beside like online, was you.
Yeah, I used to play
we were
with
both on college break.
I used to play with Nick and Ben and Joe sometimes, but not that often. And I played a lot with my college friends because we used to play LAN games.
It came
and
out.
stuff.
I mean, because you had the trimesters and I had a weird winter break, so we were on break at the same time when everybody else was away at school.
Right. Yeah. Where are we here? Oh, an hour.
Nice. So read your email and read it out.
Some listener mail. All right. Oh God, this is gonna take a lot. I just drank too much. All right. Okay. So some background on this. This is from Lauren. She was
Laurel.
Or Laurel. I'm sorry. I typed that wrong. She was on our website that you found one day and you sent to me. And the problem was we get like 50 spam comments a day.
It doesn't happen anymore.
You know why? Because I can't remember. I made a setting, but I had already switched my email to putting it in the spam folder. Yeah, but I did. I switched something on the website that gets rid of the spam, but she had left a comment on one of our articles.
A great fucking comment.
And we just missed it. And this was in June?
I don't know.
July? It was one or the other.
6 months ago.
Yeah. And so we missed it. So we reached out to her and said, we're sorry. And she was like, oh, no, I understand. As soon as I posted that, I realized it was probably a bad idea to post it there instead of like emailing you guys. But we just want to read this. This was a really good comment. And then we'll talk about it a little bit. So she said, hey, guys. And it's a lady. Hey, guys. Saw your post on Reddit asking questions regarding violent video games. For feedback's sake, you might want to be a little more specific in your questions. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I have the wrong one. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to get the other one.
Is it still in our 47 notes?
No. It's not.
Gone.
Yeah, but we were... Yes. Well, wow, I didn't know that reply email was that long. I like Laurel. She's got opinions.
She's great.
We need more people like that. We got our TD Sprouses and our...
She's also the winner of the October Sloppy Box.
That's right. And
Laurel...
Which you might get. You'll get by the end of the year.
I'll send it out. I'll send it out by next Friday. I promise.
Yeah, we'll get it out to you. How cool is it? How badass the Joker looks in the video right now. It looks like he's got like a cyborg eyes. You see that?
I'm not even watching it.
Yeah, you should check it out.
How as good does Bob Barker look?
He's so sexy. It doesn't come out. It doesn't. The video
that's cool.
Nearly do him justice.
It
see that?
It's almost like he's bleeding like black blood. I was watching this movie the other day. It's so fucking good.
Which movie?
Dark Knight.
Oh yeah.
Favorite movie ever? Go.
My favorite movie ever?
Yeah, I think I finally decided on mine today. Actually, I'm not. I'm kind of torn, but.
I
think I've narrowed it down close to.
Gosh, give me a second. I'll give you my top.
Right. I never know what my favorite movie of all time is. I used to say like True Romance, but I'm not sure if True Romance is. I decided today. I think my favorite movie of all time is either Jaws or Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I was gonna say, see if you can find this comment. Jurassic Park is in my top 5.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump is in my top 5. Pan's Labyrinth is in my top 5.
Really, Pan's Labyrinth?
Absolutely. Okay. I love that movie.
I'm not saying like.
Yeah, no, I liked it that much. Goodness.
What do you think about Since you don't have to answer it, what do you think about all those Marvel movie announcements? You care? Did you like the new Avengers trailer?
I don't really care. I'll see some of them. I think the Avengers looks great.
Yeah.
I'll see that.
Did you watch the extended one where they're trying to pick up Thor's hammer?
Yeah, that's cool. I read an article that said the 12 people in the comic books have picked up his hammer, but
Yeah, well, that's what I really liked about it because Captain America had,
He was
and
the
it
one
went,
that did
and
it, yeah,
he
and it
well,
twitched,
yeah, like
right?
it kicked a little. I thought that was really good.
Top 5 movies ever though. Yeah, those are definitely. And when I say definitely, I mean maybe. There's so many movies that I like love, but like I loved Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't know if I put it in my top five. I loved Saving Private Ryan. Um, God, this is I don't know. I would have to have more preparation for this.
Did you find it?
No,
Okay, I got it. I'm sending it to you right now.
okay, good because I wasn't even looking. I was thinking of my top 5 movies.
Yeah, but I'm excited for the Black Panther because I think that's like a cool stretch. Also, I tweeted out. I don't know anything about Captain Marvel because when I think of like Captain Marvel, I think of Shazam. I know it's not Shazam,
Right.
but
I didn't
I
know who
know
that
there's a
was,
big.
but when
I
I was
know there's a
playing
big
Vinny
thing.
at Toying Around,
But there
he
was
was
like
he
there
was
was
using
this.
them.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
There was this long time rumor that Katie Sackhoff, Starbuck from um,
Yep.
Battlestar Galactica,
Your girl.
she tweeted something out like working or trying or looking forward to working with Marvel Studios, trying to get scheduling down or something like that. And then she got in trouble by Marvel Studios, so they deleted it. And like there was like maybe she's not. And now they have Miss or Captain Marvel coming out, and she would be perfect for it. And I hope it's her because she's
Hmm.
so good. Like she's
Right.
not the
So you
great.
think this is probably the movie that she was
I
talking
hope
about?
so, because
Yeah.
if you need like a strong female lead,
Yeah.
and that's like nerds love, like
You
no
know who
offense
she
to nerds.
reminds me of a little bit? Um, Claire Danes
Okay, yeah,
from but like a more badass
yeah,
version. But like Claire Danes is badass, but she's not as like big and strong. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I don't know.
I just thought she played Starbuck so
Oh yeah.
fucking well.
It was
Like that was so,
it was probably a huge controversy to turn
yeah.
Starbuck into a girl, which
But
I was
it's
before my
such a
time, so I don't remember.
complicated
But
character that they never really explain what she even is.
yeah, she was awesome. That
And
show was so
like
good.
she's so fucked up, and she handles it so well.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
All right, so here it is. So this is Laurel. Hey guys, girl here. Heard you mention the latest podcast. You were trying to see how many girls listen to the podcast. Well, I'm a girl. I like listening because you guys talk like many of my friends and I do about our opinions about games in the game industry. I have to say,
Which we get a lot.
yeah, which we like. That's what we like. We like the normal people,
Yeah.
which I'm really happy to say we usually get. I have to say when I say normal, I mean I use that loosely. I'm dressing in a ninja costume.
Yeah, and I was wearing a green man. I'm like a half-ass green man.
I have to say I was surprised at how you address the idea that girls might be listening to your podcast. Of course they are. To help with your demographics research and whether girls care about gaming, my little sis works for a AAA company and plays as much or more than I do. She doesn't have as much time to listen as I do, but she does like bourbon as much as I do. This girl sounds like a real
Wait,
catch.
I clicked. If she's working for a AAA game, you gotta get her on fucking.
Yeah, absolutely, Laurel.
Laurel.
We're gonna send you the fact that we're talking about you on this
Send you-
podcast.
send you
Get her
a
on the
star.
podcast. I think going back to the comment, I think you want to know what games interest us. My answer is good games, just like you guys. I grew up with Atari, NES, Game Boy, SNES, N64, Xbox, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and now the Xbox One. And I like when you compare the systems, excuse me, and that you don't get too nerdy about it. The games that interest
How
me.
do we do about that today?
The nerdy about it? Yeah, we dove in a little hard.
We may have failed you.
Sorry, Laurel. The games that interest me, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 is by far my favorite in the franchise.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, that is my favorite Call of Duty as well.
Besides Black Ops, first Black Ops.
Halo, Titanfall, League of Legends. Is that League of Legends? I assume.
Fuck
LOL?
League of Legends.
That's what that is, all right?
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls, puzzle games. Myst was the shit back in the day. I think I lost about 2 years of my life to that game. Laurel, I had Riven, and it was a 5 CD game. It was amazing.
Do you
at
know
the
they're
time.
making a Myst TV show?
I heard that. It's
If I could trust Laurel, actually I probably could, but I'll send her my PSP with fucking Puzzle Quest if she likes puzzle games.
yeah.
Puzzle Quest is one of the best fucking like puzzle games ever. You play it?
No, I don't think so.
It's like an RPG that's like Bejeweled.
That sounds pretty fun.
It's
Oh,
fucking-
I have played
it's
that. Yep, I have
fucking
played it. I
awesome.
take it back.
I download the.
It's amazing how many games I play that I just totally forget.
There's a Marvel one on like iOS and Android. I haven't
Oh,
played
you'll
it
get
yet.
into it.
But those games are so fucking fun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And she said 2 years of my life to Myst and old school emulators. Basically, we have an equally legitimate interest in gaming. Usually, albeit there are much fewer females that fit into this category than guys. I'll say that I bet the gals that listen to your podcast are more likely to fit in the same category as me than not. I would agree with that. I have a long commute to work, so your podcast kills times will make me feel like I'm chilling with my friends. Please stop saying sorry, ladies, when you guys are saying something offensive. I think we've given that up. If we were easily offended, we would not be listening in the first place. It's just annoying when you try to change things. You think you know what will offend a female listener. I can only speak for myself, but I doubt any other girls want to be catered to or singled out. Just keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep listening. Was this just a marketing ploy to get us girls all fired up so that we actually respond? Diabolical.
I feel bad.
It was.
That's
We
so
just missed the
bad.
comment.
Like she wrote that, like, and
That
we,
was
and we never wrote back.
right, she wrote that June 10th,
June.
and Adam wrote back October 17th.
Go right on cue.
Nailed it.
What was I gonna say? Oh, shit. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Well, anyway, Laurel, that was an awesome email.
It's so good.
And we appreciate to have a girl's
and
view. And
that's-
I like that her view is basically just a dude.
Yeah.
She's the same thing, and
Laurel,
that's
we're
basically what
glad.
she's saying.
We're glad you're pretty much a dude.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're pretty much female gamers.
Yes. And I know she pretty much play. I don't know. She wants us to be Matthew McConaughey.
Well, we try. A ninja and Green Man will have to do.
And you know what? In the words of Laurel, chivalry is dead. Laurel doesn't like chivalry.
Well,
We try to be polite.
She probably appreciates where we've gone with the show.
We should just
considering that comment, because we haven't said sorry, ladies, in a long time.
And Laurel, if it
We
makes you
just
feel
give it up.
better, if it makes you feel better, the B word is one of my favorite words. And I call everybody the B word.
He means best friend.
Baguettes. You want to hear a really funny story? It's a great story. I was at Panera Bread one time, and I always order like the Italian trio or whatever, and I got like a side of mac and cheese, and this chick's like, baguette? I was like, no, it's for here. And she's like baguette? I was like, no, I'm like, I want to eat here. She's like, do you want a piece of bread? I was like, oh, because she meant like the baguette bread.
What did you
I
think
thought
she
she
was
said,
saying?
should I bag it?
Oh my god.
I didn't know what a fucking baguette was.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yes. People are staring at me like, you fucking idiot. She kept on saying, like, baguette? She said it like as a question. I was like,
baguette is a question. Do you want a baguette?
Yeah, it's so funny. I was like,
All right,
I was like,
we are
Jesus
definitely
Christ.
gonna end on that. Oh shit. Yeah. So thanks for joining us for our Halloween special.
Yeah.
If you're listening, check out the video on YouTube. We're gonna post it
It'll be
sometime.
up like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, or who knows?
Or never.
Now or never.
This thing may have not been doing anything.
You're right. Not really sure. I don't know. Did I start this?
And sorry about the audio quality last week.
Yes. That's it. We should
we
have
had to
probably
use,
led with
we
that.
had to use a different recording program, and it stopped recording
It
Andy
crashed.
halfway.
It was a disaster. But anyway, yeah. I'm Andy,
I'm Adam.
and we're 8bit Bourbon.
Baguette?
Baguette.